I've been playing roguelikes for as long as I can remember. They're my second favorite genre of game, only to the movement shooter. I've dumped copious hours into Risk of Rain 2. My Slay the Spire has so many mods that you can't even see the base game anymore, and Inscription might just be my favorite game of all time. It's really good. Except Hades. I hate Hades. I really don't like it. I mean, the game itself is good. It has stunning visual direction and fantastic music. All of that is true. I just don't care. I've never been the type of person who cares about a game's graphics, story, or art. They're nice additions, yes, but the reason I'm playing a game is to play the game. This is also why The Last of Us is utter dog shit. There's no gameplay. Gameplay-wise, Hades is repetitive and boring after the first couple runs, which is a trait that is antithetical to the roguelike genre. It's a genre built off the idea of infinite replayability with a core gameplay loop that keeps you coming back for more, and an insane difficulty that asks you to play it over and over again just to beat it once. Hades asks you to play it over and over again just to beat the game once, not because you're honing your skills and getting better at it, but because Zagreus actually gets stronger as you do. I really hate meta progressions in roguelikes. I mean, not all meta progression. You know, like, I like the different starting decks and challenges in Casey's mod. I like unlocking survivors and items in Risk of Rain, but I hate base kit Dios on every floor in Hades. I know, it's an optional feature. I know I'm the one choosing to enable an extra life. But the fact remains that the game was designed around having that extra life available to the player. I dislike a roguelike that asks me to start over and over again, not because it's difficult, but because it's quote-unquote a part of the game. A game with such strong meta progression, in my opinion, fundamentally misunderstands the whole point of the genre. The game is not replayable because of the mechanics of the game, it's replayable because it's fun, it's replayable because it's difficult. I want to be clear that I didn't always think Hades was boring or bad. Like, when I first started playing the game, for the first 12 hours, I did have an enjoyment with it. Like, I don't hate this game, I just hate its roguelike elements. I liked the 12 hours that I did play, and then I kind of just stopped thinking about it. The only reason why I even had the idea to make a video like this was because after I beat the game, I saw so much praise for this game, and I don't know, it kind of just made me double down on the things that I didn't like about it. The more that I saw people say, like, oh my god, this game is so amazing, right? The more it annoyed me. Like, I like the game, but it's not all that. I don't know if that makes sense. It's kind of cognitive dissonance applying in that way. Like, I don't want to sit here and tell you that I think Hades is such an insanely dogshit game. It's not. It's a good game. But its roguelike elements fall flat. What makes a game a good roguelike? Why do we play roguelikes? The main draw of the entire genre is the idea that no two runs look the same. The random tile set, upgrades, and enemies always keep the games fresh. Hades' issue, or rather my issue with Hades, is that its actual run-to-run gameplay also fails at the thing I value most in roguelikes, that transformative element in each run, the infinite replayability that stems from the fact that each run will look and feel different, because that's just not the case with Hades. Here's the thing with the weapons. I don't really know how to perfectly describe my issue with them. They just sort of lack a certain punch to them. They don't really feel that distinct to me outside of the Daedalus Hammer upgrade, and of course the two ranged weapons. However, the bow sucks. I mean, I don't know about balance-wise, but it sucks to use. It's not fun. It takes too much time to find and shoot a single target in the game with as many enemies as Hades has. And yes, I know it has the AoE alt-fire, but it's very imprecise and it doesn't deal a lot of damage. It's not fun to use. The gun is a gun. It feels like the most powerful weapon in the game, but maybe I've just played too much Enter the Gungeon. All of the melee weapons feel the exact same to me. Yes, they have their little quirks, but I honestly cannot say that I ever would play with the sword, shield, or gauntlets any differently from each other. I left out the spear because I kind of enjoy spamming the throw and recall with it. It is the only weapon that I've found to be distinct from any of the others. The God's Boons have the same issue. Most do not feel transformative of gameplay, but rather as small buffs. Each buff that they grant you is kind of just an increased damage to one thing, or an increased chance for something else to happen, but that something else to happen doesn't tend to change the way that you play the game. This would be fine if either the gameplay or different weapons felt distinct enough to actually be fun on their own without help. The Daedalus Hammers are the main upgrades in the game that actually feel like they do anything. So much so that it's baffling to me that we don't start with one. I don't understand how I'm supposed to shape my builds and runs around the actually transformative buffs when I so rarely see them. Also, some boons are so useless that I've used them once and then never again. The reward system of clearing rooms is insanely dogshit as well. 2/3 of possible rewards don't affect my runs whatsoever. The cast ability is so laughably underdeveloped that it's insane to me that it's even a feature in the game, let alone one that you can tie boons to. Also, enemies that wield shields in Elysium are fucking bullshit, and I hate Theseus. It's not a fun boss fight, it's just unfair. Darkest Dungeon is the polar opposite of Hades. It's the game that is the most like Rogue that I've ever played. It's a turn-based dungeon crawler with the most extreme difficulty in a non-FromSoft game that I've ever played. A lot of people don't even consider it to be a roguelike, and this is because I think they just don't know what the actual Rogue was like. That is to say, the genre is based off of the game Rogue, which didn't exactly have a lot of transformative upgrades or buffs. It was a very punishing game. Darkest Dungeon is a great roguelike because it doesn't ask you to replay it. Hell, it doesn't even ask that you play it with its intended difficulty. You replay Darkest Dungeon because it wrecked you, because the game is so difficult, yet not at all mechanically demanding, that you have nothing to blame but your poor tactics and preparation. In Hades, when you die, it's not, oh man, what could I have done better? It's, oh well, at least now I'm stronger in my next run. I like Hades for what it is. It has a decent story, fantastic art, and great music, don't get me wrong. I especially love the fact that it made a wider amount of people interested in one of my favorite game genres. And if you look at the game just as a story to be beaten, it really is good at doing that. It really is. But as a roguelike, it fails to meet the certain standards, the certain way that I expect a roguelike to play. Hades is not a game that encourages the player to get better at it. It's a game designed for the most casual of roguelike fans, and that's okay. That doesn't mean it's good at being a roguelike. And that is why Hades is a good game, but a bad roguelike. My name is SpiderJet, and thank you for watching.